Here we are. Welcome to another Woods Report. So this is the final episode of the Kardashians.
Ooh, you know I don't care.
Okay.
She giving an update. That's the only way I know what's going on.
The final episode of the Kardashians.
Did they have a good cliffhanger?
There wasn't a cliffhanger.
Okay.
It's just everybody pretty much know what's going on with them anyway. So
because this was filmed,
you're not going to be
right?
shocked. Yeah, you already know kind of what's going on with them. All right, so here we go. All right, let's get through this. This is it. Thank God. No more Kardashians after this, unless it's on, live. Something really happens live and we find out what goes on. But the show is, unless they're going to go another show right back to back, which they probably will.
Okay.
All right, because that whole thing with Kanye and Pete, they got a whole nother series going on with after this.
I know.
Okay.
That's a show by itself.
All right, so remember I told you they ended off with the whole big suspenseful scene of Kim in the gym. Mm-hmm. They find out that Tristan got another girl pregnant. She calls, Khloe calls her. Well, she left a message for Khloe. Khloe calls her.
Calls Khloe?
No. Kim leaves a message for Khloe.
Oh, that's right, for her to find out.
And then Khloe calls Kim back, and she asked her, did you see what was happening in the news? Mm-hmm. And then Khloe did, and she read it live, and was, oh my God, and all this other stuff. Okay, so it picks up right there. We find out more about the Christian thing, about him saying that, petitioning the court and all this other stuff. Saying that he only had sex with the girl one time, and the night he had sex with the girl, I found out it was the birthday party. They gave him a 30th birthday party, the Kardashians.
Yeah.
And he spent the whole day with them and the party and everything. Yeah. And then he went and flew to this other place, and then he met this girl.
Birthday.
Instagram girl.
Celebrating.
Don't even know who wasn't nobody in his life, just a Instagram.
A fly-by-night.
A thought, yeah.
And got her pregnant.
So that means he slept with her unprotected.
What is wrong with people?
And he also released, so that means that he got her pregnant. Just nasty.
A fly-by-night.
Just nasty. Somebody ain't even in his life.
If you're going to be doing that, can you, protect yourself?
Thank you.
I don't get it.
All right, so Kim is upset. She says, I was his biggest supporter. Mm-hmm. I was pushing Khloe to, stay with him.
And who's to say that lady didn't plan that?
What lady?
The girl that he got pregnant.
I'm sure she planned to get pregnant. They all do. Okay. Yeah, they wanted. That's a money bag. He paid $50,000, I believe, for child support a month. So she wanted to get pregnant. Yeah. So then Khloe's crying on the phone with Kim, and Kim is like, "Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be all right." Consoling her. All right. Mm-hmm. So now we go to they decide to have a family meeting. Kim says every time there's a big issue or whatever in the family, they have a family meeting where everybody comes together. Well, everybody didn't obviously come together because Khloe didn't show up. Kendall wasn't there. Kylie wasn't there.
Who was
the
there?
only person was there was Chris, Kim, Courtney, and Corey was there. Chris's boyfriend. And he had a whole lot to say. He was a brother talking. That's the most I've ever heard Corey talk.
Okay.
Was at this family meeting.
Okay.
So he's in the family. He's in the family.
Okay,
so
Mr. Corey.
All right, so hopefully, and they had put out the thing about him cheating at one time. Remember, that'll be probably on the next season.
Okay.
Because that's when Kanye was talking about him. Right. At a club or something. But anyway, they had a family meeting.
Khloe a few of the family members.
Right. Khloe doesn't come. Courtney says that Christian is a lack of honesty and a lack of respect, because obviously it's a lack of respect because they all found out on the internet. He didn't even have the decency.
Told him.
Yeah, he didn't even have the decency to tell him ahead of time.
This is going to be happening, just so you know.
Yeah, just so you know.
Media.
Yeah, just so you know. So they found out the same time everybody else found out. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then they get mad because they say that social media and everybody's going to look at Khloe as the loser, and they always blame the girl, and they need to blame the guy and all this other stuff. And Kim says she's exhausted with taking the high road all the time.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired of taking the high road all the time.
You sound like you know what you do. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing what Whoopi does on The View when they're talking about the shows like The Bachelorette and
because she talks like that
because she's so tired enjoying them just look at her like she's so the valley girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, The Bachelorette, she didn't pick the right guy. He didn't get a rose.
Oh my God.
So you're doing this for
Oh my God.
See now why?
I'm so tired.
She's like, oh.
Well, I'm doing Kim now. Oh my God, I'm so tired of taking the high road.
Yes.
You know what?
Like when
we're gonna
Michelle Obama
we're
said.
gonna do like, you know what? She actually said that. Did you know that?
No.
That's the next line I was getting ready to say.
Come on now, because
I
I don't even watch the show.
I swear.
She said Michelle Obama.
Let me do the line.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my God, I'm so tired of taking the high road.
Okay.
Like the great Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. And you being funny, and that's exactly what you said.
Oh my God.
Right.
I don't watch the show.
All right.
But for some reason I went right to Michelle.
When they go low, we go high.
Okay.
And then Chris said
I'm
that's
so tired
true.
of going high.
I'm so tired of taking the high road.
Okay.
All right, so now we go to Khloe, and Khloe says that it would have been nice if he would have given her a heads up.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, average.
So she says she's replaying all the moments in her head when they and then the camera, the producers go back and show all the memories of her and Kristen
running through the field,
playing with the daughter,
and
kissing, feeding each other, and stuff like that. So she says, I'm reliving all of these moments. All of these moments, and to know that they were nothing but lies.
Little music playing in the background.
Right, nothing but lies.
Okay.
And I watch Lovely T. I like Lovely T. She's a person on YouTube.
Her update on it.
And she showed the day that Christian was celebrating his 30th birthday. Khloe tweeted about how much they was in love and how much the starting over and beginning anew. And then he had the nerve to comment under her post. Oh yes, like the same thing. I love you. I'm rooting for this. And then probably while he was on the plane, getting ready to go down and sleep with this other woman.
Do you really know what his motive is being in this?
He a hoe.
Wow.
Yeah. So then, and another thing Lovely T brought out, which is what I said, is I had thought the same thing. I like her because she says a lot of stuff that I think. The Kardashians can't really cry wolf and do all this other stuff about how they've been cheated on because they've had their fair share of dirt. Yeah. And that's why I titled this, The Chickens Have Come Home to Roost.
Ooh.
The same as
they put it out
whatever
there,
his name, Salty Montana. The same seeds you sow, you reap.
We talked about that
you got mad at the women, you got mad at the girls, but the guys are the ones doing all of this.
Yeah.
But so don't get mad if people get mad at you. And not Tristan. He can go on and live his life and they're gonna get mad at you. Yeah. They're gonna say, what did you do that you can't keep a man? What did you do that he cheating on you?
Right.
You stupid, you this, you this, you this.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Man, she had problems with the other guy.
When she got with Tristan, he had his girlfriend pregnant, and he left his pregnant girlfriend to go with her.
Do you think
you reap what you sow? Chickens come home to roost.
Do you think it's we always hear privilege?
Yes,
a Kardashian privilege.
It's not.
I'm just thinking.
I think they see things through their glasses.
Yeah,
they see things through their glasses.
No, he won't do that to me.
Or not that he won't do it to me, but they don't see all the stuff that they do.
I'm looking at it differently. I agree with you on that.
Okay,
but for some reason, I'm thinking it could be a Kardashian privilege, where it's an air where I know he's done dirt. And I see the dirt.
But he wouldn't do it to us.
He won't do it to us.
Because we've done so much. We put the person out.
Our name is famous.
Put them, we've done all this.
He's not going to hurt a Kardashian.
No, they do it to everybody.
No problem. Okay.
And it's not her fault. It has nothing to do when your boyfriend or your husband or your mate is a hoe. He gonna be a hoe. It has nothing to do with the woman.
He'll be a hoe with whoever he with.
You can do whatever you want.
You can be queen of London.
You can wash his clothes. You can do the dishes. You can do everything right. But if a dude want to cheat, he gonna cheat.
In him, yeah.
That's it. Some guys just not cheaters, and then some guys are.
I guess sometimes people think even though they're cheaters, maybe they'll stop the madness when they with you.
No.
Sometimes people think that. The person can change, they can stop. No. And when they're with me...
You ever heard the old saying, the same way you got him is the same way you're going to lose him? She got with him when he was pregnant. He had his girlfriend pregnant, and that's exactly what he did.
How many kids is this now?
The third one that we know of.
Okay.
So now we go to Kendall because they don't have anything else to talk about but Kendall. They go to Kendall's house. There's nothing going on with Kendall.
Wow.
She even
does she have a makeup line and stuff?
No, that's Kylie.
Oh, Kylie.
We go to Kendall.
Lord, I get them mixed up.
So Kendall's inside this high burst chamber where it's exercise. It's like a whole thing that she's doing. She says she's obsessed with exercising now.
Okay,
that's her whole big thing now. So that's it.
What is her purpose?
That's it for Kendall. That's all.
You're kidding.
They had to put something in there to puff it up. So they had her call Khloe. So she called Khloe on the phone.
Okay.
And they talked about Christian. And about Khloe didn't want to go to the family chat. Kendall found out at the family chat about Christian. They have a family chat too, obviously.
Okay.
But and then she talked about how Khloe talked about how she fainted. She was dehydrated. And she fainted.
Okay.
And Kendall was, mad about that. Were you by yourself and all this?
Right.
And she just said she's just stressed out and annoyed.
Yeah.
And she feels like she was let down.
Okay.
I think she felt, from what I'm gathering, I don't think she's upset about him cheating. I think she's upset that she found out on the internet.
Yeah, because she was blindsided.
I think she know he a dog. I think she just mad that's the way she found out.
So you think she would behave differently had he come up?
Had he come up and told her and said, I messed up.
Social media knew.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because then she could have got ahead of it. But by finding out like everybody else, I look like a fool now.
Yeah.
So I think that's what she's more concerned about. Because she said later on that she kind of felt inside, that the person's not faithful.
You have
so she already had an inkling that he wasn't good.
Okay.
So
I think she found out.
I think she thought they're friends. That's the thing. When you're friends with somebody and you're also in a relationship with them, you're thinking just as a friend.
They'll still tell you.
You would tell me that. Yeah. No, she found out. He thinks of himself.
He is truly, truly selfish.
So the producer, let me see. Oh, the producer asked her what hurts the most in her little diary session.
Okay.
And she said, is it not telling you, like I just said, or is it the act? And Khloe pretty much said it's the whole entire situation.
Okay.
But I think it's not telling her. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and for the producers to ask that, I don't know.
Okay.
For the producers to ask her that means that they picked up on that too. I feel like you're more angry that he didn't tell you than anything.
Than the fact that you kind of knew the act because he's had issues with the act before.
So Khloe said she's not taking him back this time. We'll see. We don't know if that's true.
Okay.
She said you can't continue to be stupid for your kids. She wanted to make this thing work for True.
You know the little girl that's in the commercial with her, that's his? Mm-hmm. That commercial she does? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
She says she's proud that she tried again for her daughter.
Okay.
Kendall says he fooled the whole family. They all was rooting for him. So she said in a sense he betrayed the whole family. He didn't just betray
one of y'all ladies
the whole family.
Had a clue that this man is going to continue doing what he does.
I don't know what it is about them with men. Is it the lack of the father figure maybe? Not being in the house. They don't have a strong father figure.
Away.
Yeah, he died when they was young.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like almost like they don't have that.
Do they talk to? Does Chris still talk with Jenner? What's his name?
Oh, I said father.
You know. Let me clean that up.
You need to clean that up because he's a woman.
You know what? I meant.
My mother said he's a woman. I'll go back to what I just said.
But
I think they missing a strong father figure. You think now? Let's take apart what you just said. Let's jump into what you just said there. Now you don't think that Jenner was a strong male model in the house?
I'm just saying.
You mean their mother? Who are you talking about? The second mom or the Bruce Jenner?
I meant to say when she was with Bruce
Was
Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner a good, strong father figure? Is that what you're trying to ask me?
No.
All right.
I think I was coming at an angle where these ladies, since her husband has passed away, she's always missing being with a strong man.
Exactly.
And that's an example.
When Kardashian passed away, it's over. Anybody you bring up after that, they didn't have a strong father figure.
And it's been a pattern ever since.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I meant for that one.
All right.
He sure wasn't a strong daddy. He's not a dad anymore.
No, he's a mom. All right, so here we go. All right, so now we jump to Courtney and Travis.
Okay.
What do you think they do in the first scene?
Oh, sex?
Kissing. They don't have sex on TV.
Oh, are they
kissing
and
hugging each
have
other?
Sex because they're trying to be celibate, right?
I don't know what they at this point.
Oh, okay.
Witch doctor, honey doctor, whatever kind of doctor.
They doing so many
veterinarian.
tests running.
I don't know what's going on with them. So
okay.
I just know that the first scene we come with them, they kissing and hugging, and she jumps up in his arms and all that.
Okay.
So then Chris walks in.
That's played out.
Yeah, Chris walks in. They're so in love, you know. Chris walks in. They're at the recording studio. Mm-hmm. So Travis had a great idea. He wanted Chris to record some Christmas songs. They normally do a Christmas card. If you know anything about the Kardashians, every year they do this big giant Christmas card with all of them, the grandkids, the kids, everybody. Mm-hmm. So Travis thought it'd be a nice idea for Chris to do a Christmas album or a Christmas song or something like that.
Okay.
So he produces it himself. It's him. He plays the drum. You know, he's one of the best drummers in the world. And then he brings in like one of the best saxophone players. And the musicians are superb. Mm-hmm. Chris can't sing. So it's funny having her with all these great musicians, right?
Yeah, okay.
So as she's singing, she asked them to make sure you put auto-tune on for her. Mm-hmm. And they're like, of course, we're going to make you sound good. And while she's singing, Courtney's laughing the whole time. And Chris said, I can't concentrate because Courtney's laughing.
Okay.
Then Courtney says in her diary, I almost peed my pants. Listen to my mom sing. She could not sing.
Trying to do it, okay.
Right. So now Chris says that Travis is part of the family now, and she's happy to see that Courtney is starting a whole new chapter of her life.
Okay.
So that's over with them.
Okay. Hey, the guy that had that concert where they trampled on each other?
That's Travis. That's Bart. That's the other one. Both of them with Travis.
Because I know his name is Travis too.
Travis, yeah. The other one is Travis. Kylie's with a Travis too.
Oh,
yeah. They both got
still
Travis
together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They just had a baby.
Oh, okay. Do they talk about them at all in the show?
It's gonna be on the second season. That whole thing is probably gonna be on it. They didn't bypass it on this one. They didn't show that she was at the concert. They really tried to chop it up, but this was the time during that time. Oh. And I noticed they kept that whole thing out of the But in this next season, they gotta say something about it because he was sued and everything.
Yes,
so that's probably the second. They gotta leave something for you to come back for the second. Make the whole Kanye Pete thing will be the second season. You know, him cutting Pete's head off in the song, threatening him, and on Instagram, and Kim's like, oh my god, I don't know what to do with Kanye. No. But like the great poet said, when they go low, like the great Maya Angelou said,
it's always a strong black woman too.
All right, so here we go.
Somebody that's black.
Let me think of a black person. I would love Michelle Obama.
Oh, yeah, okay. You said her already.
Yeah, okay. All right, here we go.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, like the great Oprah Winfrey.
Gail. And her friend Gail.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so Kim comes to Khloe's bedroom. Mm-hmm. Khloe's in the bed. You know, she has her makeup on, so she doesn't look like she's been struggling that much. She knows she's filming, so she looks nice.
Okay.
Khloe has a really high bed. And Kim was like, it was like right here to Kim.
Oh.
And Kim was like, why is your bed so high?
Oh, God.
And then Khloe like, I like a high bed. It was probably because of Christian, because he's a basketball player.
Oh.
See that big giant dude?
So
now any dude that come after that,
yeah,
for that big hunk head.
Okay.
Now she got this big giant bed
that she got to climb into, don't she?
I think of him every time she climbs into that big chunky bed.
She can lower it.
All right, so Kim runs and jumps in the bed.
Oh,
all right.
God.
So now they're talking, and she says, I don't know, should I unfollow Christian or not on Instagram, because I don't want to make it a whole big social media thing. And Khloe was like, I don't care what you do.
Don't care.
Because if anytime somebody unfollows somebody that's a celebrity, mm-hmm. It's a whole big news media.
Especially when they do.
They'll talk about Kim unfollowed Christian today, and all
that'll be the news for the
that'll be the
extra.
So she didn't know, and then she said, I don't know, like with our family, I'm unfamiliar, like how we talk. Like there's times when you guys we don't want to get in each other's business, mm-hmm. and then there's times where you want to be there for the person, and like I really liked when you guys kind of like wasn't all in my business when I was going through what I was going through. Okay. She talking about with Kanye.
Okay.
And she says, but then you don't know like when I should jump in, or she says it's very difficult.
Like, do I say something? Do I stay quiet? Do I be,
She says it's very difficult with this family to know when to jump in and when not to. So Khloe says pretty much when there's no more tears to cry, when the person has cried out or whatever, then you there to come pick them back up.
Okay. Make sure they stay focused and not try to kill themselves.
So then Kim brings up her relationship with Kanye and talks about the same thing. When you tried everything and the person doesn't want to, be helped or doesn't want the relationship or whatever, you got to learn how to just let go. And you've done everything, so you can't feel guilty because you really tried everything, which I know personally. When you tried everything to make it work and the person does not want it to work, you cannot make somebody want to be married to you.
I remember one thing our pastor back in the old church said about marriage and being married to your significant other. You have to be ready. If your significant other and you two wake up and they don't want to be married no more,
there's nothing you can do.
I mean, if you, like you said, you tried.
That's all you can do.
Counseling, if they don't want to do counseling. They whatever reason they give you or don't give you, you can't force somebody.
And then they find out years later, I should have did like Kanye. After Kim and him divorced, all of a sudden he want her back. Yeah. She had every song. He cutting Pete's head off in songs. Everything. When she was flying down to Wyoming or whatever to be with him, he didn't want to be with her. He called him every name in the book. Said that he was in a sunken place. Everything. But then when you leave, then they want you back. That's how it always is.
That always is.
That's how it always is.
Don't fall.
And again, they both talk about how society blames the woman, even though they both blame the woman. They did with Jordan. When Tristan kissed Jordan, Kylie's friend, they went after Jordan. They didn't even go after Tristan. They went after Jordan.
Okay.
So again, society blames the women just like y'all did. The chickens have come home to roost. You planted those seeds, and they are coming back. So just reap the harvest that you planted, and then learn from it and
move on. Learn from it. Learn from it, so it's not a repeated
behavior. So you can tell Kim is upset because she goes in her little diary session with the producers, and she points to the camera, and she threatens the people and the blogs and stuff. And she pretty much says, you guys better not come after Khloe or anything like that, because if you do, I won't threaten you on camera. In other words, I'm going to do whatever I can to shut you down or come after you. If you say something about Khloe or whatever the situation.
She got some legal clause that she didn't read that she can work on off the camera.
Right. But anyway, she probably was just upset at that moment and moved on. Okay, so now we go to the Christmas card family photo time, where Kim is doing a Christmas card with all her little kids. They so cute, little Kanye kids. Okay. And they're running around.
The little Kanye kids.
They're cute. They're a little mixture of them. Okay. They running around, and
her oldest is how old?
North, I don't know.
Does she look 7,
10? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. So anyway, they're running around, and they the camera people trying to get them together, and so then Kim is like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh my God.
Can I have a nanny helping her?
No, it was just her, I guess. So then they finally get the picture. She said most of the pictures she couldn't even use because North was putting her middle finger up in all the pictures. So that's Kanye's daughter. That is Kanye's daughter. How to mess up something. That's Kanye's daughter.
They better watch her.
I told you that in the last Kardashian, didn't I? I said they have a certain way that they want to do something, and these kids have thrown a monkey wrench in it. Just like Kanye threw a monkey wrench in it. Yeah.
They're like on camera. They can do some stuff.
Say
some stuff. You're like, no.
So she finally got the best picture she could, but she said most of them she couldn't even use because North was putting her, you gonna get that? North was putting her middle finger up at the whole time. So now Khloe, we go over to Khloe and Scott's house, and Scott comes out. The kids are there. Khloe says she just wants to spend some time with her nieces and nephews. These are Courtney and Scott's kids. And Scott he talks to the kids and talks about how great students they are or whatever. Khloe's just happy to spend some time with his kids and get away from thinking about Tristan. So then after that, of course, Scott brings up Tristan. And she, says, are you going to take him back again? And then, of course, she says, no, I'm not. She feels she will find someone to trust. And Scott is saying, is there really anybody out there that you can really trust? Is there really? And she says, yeah, she believes it is. Thank you.
Trust in Jesus.
Thank you.
He won't let you down. Mm-hmm. He won't hurt you.
They go to church, I think.
Then trust in Jesus.
Exactly. He'll send you somebody that
it'd be different if you didn't know who he was.
Did you pray to get? Did you pray and he brought you Tristan? I don't think so. I think that's why he says
not to put your trust and confidence in man.
Okay. So then they start talking about Kim and Pete and how they feel like this is the happiest that she's ever been, and they love seeing it. Scott's saying he sees a different Kim. She uses slang words now and things. She's let her hair down now. I guess she was more uptight with Kanye. With Pete, she's more free or whatever.
That's not good, though. She didn't have 4 kids with this man. Was she not feeling a certain way with him? What was did they sign some contracts to come together?
Thank you.
Because if you're not free with somebody and then this new one, you're free with him.
And so she says,
all of a sudden.
Yeah. So she says, Khloe says that he's drama free. So apparently, I guess there must have been drama with Kanye because with Pete,
we all know Kanye's issues and concerns with his mom's passing, his bipolar.
Yeah.
There's some medical problems that maybe was in the way.
And what's her name? Khloe was saying love shouldn't be hard. If you're in love with somebody, it shouldn't be hard. So now we go to Kourtney and Travis and Chris and Corey in the car. Chris and Corey are in the back seat, and Kourtney and Travis are in the front seat driving. Travis is driving. And then Kourtney says Travis wants to he wants to get married every month for a whole year. He wants a ceremony every month for a whole year.
Okay.
So then Chris was like, oh, okay. I guess that's showing his love or something like that. It's stupid. Okay. They discussed the fun time they had. They discussed the fun time they had at the recording studio, and Chris recorded a song. Chris loves it. Corey says that they asked him again. This is the most I've heard Corey speak through the whole time.
What was he on?
Corey was in the back seat talking, and he said the drums and the saxophone were awesome. And Chris jokes about starting a band with Travis, call it Blink 166 or something like that. All right, so now it's a group called Blink that she wanted to add in her little thing. Okay, so now Khloe is packing up Tristan's clothes. We go to the next scene. And she says she's disappointed.
I'm surprised she's packing them and not burning them.
Thank you. She's packing them really nice in a box.
Waiting to excel moment.
And she says, right now I just need time alone. Alone. I got the workers outside. I guess they still building things. She got this camera crew there. So she says she just really wants time.
She's removing him from the home.
Yeah, she wants time to be alone.
Hopefully she'll lower her bed.
She believed her and True would have been enough for him to change. She, again, you said it, thinking she could change him. You can't change him. That's who he is.
And hopefully he's not thinking that Kardashian privilege.
Thank you.
He's with a Kardashian. He
doesn't mean anything.
Misbehave.
She said the same thing with what's his
other
name?
Guy?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Who was his name?
Odom.
Odom. She tried everything with him. Same thing. She says I can honestly walk away and say I tried everything
to make it work.
And these people didn't want it. And then of course Lamar wants her back now. They always do. They always don't. And then when he's done,
I've changed. I'm not the same man.
Yeah. So now the final scene of the final episode of this season.
Not cliffhanger, but kind of.
Right. It's the photo shoot for Hulu. That's the Hulu is the show, the channel that this is on, and they did a whole photo shoot for them to promote the show coming.
Okay.
They didn't know if Khloe was going to show up, but she did. And then
the whole family showed up.
The whole family, because they all got to be in this photo shoot.
Okay.
And they asked her, "Did you talk to Tristan finally?" And she said she finally answered the phone. She said she pretty much yelled the whole time at him. And what is he going to say? She said he pretty much nothing for him to say.
Nothing else.
So then she said she's tired of the circus and watching the clowns in her life. She's done with it. Kim says he should have been able to keep his penis in his pants, either get a vasectomy or don't have sex with random women.
Thank you. Why is it a hard thing for some men to... I've had a friend whose brother got it and he's fine.
Yeah, well, a vasectomy?
He had 2 boys and he's done.
They feel like it's taking a part of themselves.
Some women have almost died trying to take contraceptives, and you have issues with the using the what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Protection in any way you can still be, harmful.
Right.
But he, of all people, So that means every woman you sleep with, you may get pregnant.
He's just nasty.
You're a traveling hoe, huh?
Yep. So then they talk about, she said again, I told you she had the feeling in her,
condoms. I was thinking of condoms.
She has a feeling that he wasn't right. He was asking to split the house with her when they was buying it. She said, I'm so glad I didn't split behind this house with him. This is my house that I bought with my money.
And that's why people make prenups. So,
yes.
I wonder how prenups are handled differently depending on what state you live in too, right? Know the state you're living in.
Oh, yes. You got to know the state you're living in.
Yeah.
So she went on to say that her family are her soulmates. She realized that her family is her soulmate, and that no matter what happens or whatever matter that they go through, they'll be okay because they all have each other. Well, I told you to never mess with the family. They'll chop you down if you mess with their family.
Yeah, but the thing is that I'm seeing this, playing devil's advocate. The family is great. But when you are wanting to feel love and affection, the sexual way, family can't do that.
That's true.
So that's what you're longing for.
Right.
Okay.
So then we go to, she said, you can't make people do right by you, but you have the control over what you allow them to do to you.
Don't complain about what you permit.
Don't complain about what you permit.
If you're permitting it to happen.
And people do that all the time. They do it all the time.
Shut up about it.
Don't
because
complain.
You are permitting it to happen.
So now they go to, when it's the end of the series and they go to each person and they kind of say, this is what, no. So they go to Courtney, and Courtney says she's focusing on her relationship with Travis and building that.
Okay.
So look for that in the upcoming season. Mm-hmm. They go to Kylie. Kylie's excited about her second baby, her second child. Okay. So look for that in the second season. They go to Kendall. Nothing.
Was it Bert like the
Kendall says challenges living public.
When they said it's no sound.
It's challenging living in the public, but we have each other's back.
So she's the boring one of all of them, huh? There's nothing going on in her life.
She's the supermodel. She's not modeling and stuff. She should really show that. If she's modeling, show that.
Maybe she's private more so.
Kendall is private. She is private.
So she's just kind of doing it because she has to. Mm-hmm. And I'm only showing you this much.
Because she has a boyfriend. You don't see him at all.
Because remember the Braxtons? That brother.
Oh, he don't want to be seen. You're right. Kendall's probably
and
like
the Osbournes, that one sibling.
The older daughter.
Yep.
Yeah, they all have somebody that don't want to be.
Put me on camera.
You're right. Because if you do, everybody going to be in
your business.
Okay, so then we go to Kim. Mm-hmm. So Kim says life is changing. Hopes she can be happy again. Mm-hmm. Has a fire inside of her. She said, but once it gets lit, it will never go out. So she's excited about getting her law degree. And somebody made a joke and said, what are you going to do after your law degree? And she said, I'm going to get a medical degree.
Medical?
She just saying anything. I could do whatever I want.
That's true.
That gets her going.
I'm hoping that she goes the right way to do it. Right. And don't be paying for it.
So then we go to, she's working hard to get it.
That's what I'm saying. I hope she's on that same path.
Again, I said this with the last one. I don't care what they do. If that last outcome is you getting brothers out of prison that's not supposed to be there.
Oh my God.
I don't care if you want to quote Maya Angelou. I don't care what you do.
Long as she's helping somebody.
The final result is prison reform, and brothers and sisters who ain't supposed to be in prison
you're right.
is out. I'm good.
What is Khloe doing?
Her jeans. Remember we talked about the jeans.
That jean
making
line.
That more accessible for heavy women.
Full, fluffy women.
So we had the same fashion.
Super size, like what's her name said. Yeah. You don't say super size. It's full size.
So now we go to Chris.
Plus size.
Chris says that their family has been blessed. Remember I told you they go to church, so. Mm-hmm. She said they've been blessed. And she reads a text in her diary. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. She says to the producers, if you could only see what is happening now with this family. The producer says, we want to. We would love to. That's why we're bringing the cameras. And that was like the final thing. In other words, they coming back a second season. Oh. Because whatever it was that text was, I think it's the whole Kanye cutting Pete's head off and all that stuff. Because that's or the Travis, that whole thing, and him being sued or whatever. It's always something going on with them. So then the producers end with that, but then they come back, they run a few credits, and they come back, and Kim's sitting there. And she talks about how the producer, this one producer, she says, she's known me for 14 years, filming, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and now doing this. She says she knows everything about me. She's probably seen my vajayjay. You know what the vajayjay is. Mm-hmm. So then the producer says, no, I have never seen your vajayjay, Kim. She goes, oh, well, just go to the internet. And that was the last thing.
Is that video that she...
Yeah, with her and, what's his name?
Okay.
Everybody's seen it. That's why she's saying, if you haven't seen it, everybody's seen it.
Okay.
All right, so that was it. That was Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Thank you for the update, because I don't watch them.
Season 1, episode 10.
But I know
last episode.
Major things that are happening, like the Travis concert.
Right.
I'm like, they didn't hit that one in this season? So...
They bypassed
the Kanye comments and cutting what's his name's
they
head
can't
off.
The second season they cannot bypass the Travis concert.
Have to.
They cannot bypass Kanye and Kim and Pete.
Okay.
They just can't on the second season coming up.
I guess you'll be following them then.
And they can't bypass Corey. The whole thing that came out with Corey cheating on Chris.
Oh yeah.
They can't bypass that. So all of that will be in the second season.
And it's unfortunate that their family, the dynamics of their family probably will always have crazy going on.
Yeah.
And people are sitting there watching it like Kim.
Yeah, like I'm watching and telling you guys. Yeah. So, all right, y'all. So, do you have anything else?
Mm-mm.
All right. So, that was another Woods Report. See you